Okay, I want to talk about the plan. Like literally, this is the most life-changing plan ever. And it is the catalyst of me kind of stopping chasing magic bullets inside of my business. And I actually became one. Okay. So what I'm going to share with you in this video is exactly how you can start aligning the business fully to you, utilizing the plan. I'm going to take you a little bit behind the scenes because what I have noticed is like we can talk strategy in business all day long. We can talk about the energetics, we can talk about alignment. But what truly helps, at least for me, is to see how somebody else has done it. And then I can be like, aha, this could work for me and this wouldn't work for me. But when I logically can comprehend like why something is working for somebody or how they are doing, I can actually see it. If I can comprehend somebody else like alignment process, things start really make sense to me because now it becomes a little bit more concrete, sorry. So what we're going to talk about is how I aligned my business to me. I'm going to take you behind the scenes. And when I talk about aligning the business to me, what I'm talking about is aligning to my vision. So it's my why, like my impact why, my desire, my lifestyle desire, and my unique energetic blueprint. So I personally utilize Priestess Codes and human design and astrology. So before I actually aligned my business to me, to where I am today, is like before I created this plan, before I created my plan that is completely mapped to my best business results, this is completely mapped to the vision. I really thought I had one. And, I'm a serial entrepreneur. Like I've had 9 businesses. I'm highly strategic because I thought I had a plan because I knew what I was selling. I knew my offers. I knew how I wanted my clients to come in. I even had a rough idea how my months would flow. Like, I'm strategic. But here it was like a lot of these I knew, but it wasn't really structured. It wasn't really clear. It wasn't a really clear mapped out path that I could really rely on that wasn't really predictable. So it was more because I went kind of from being living in Excel as a CEO into like, okay, let's do this coaching business. The business is me. I am strategic, but yet I kind of resist having a plan because, it restricts my flexibility, my freedom. So it was more built on scattered ideas, but not on a sustainable strategy, completely tailored to me, a plan. Okay. So what I found is because my plan was vague, my results became a little bit vague too. So when your plan is vague, your results will be the same. So I see so many entrepreneurs do the same I did. It's like they have a strategy they sometimes follow, or they have like a masterclass or launch plan or sales system that kind of makes sense. They just don't fully understand how the ecosystem works together. Works sometimes, but they cannot really rely on it. And then they wonder, why is my business so unpredictable, so heavy, or why am I constantly tapping in and out of, alignment? One month is easy and effortless, and the next month, like, oh, okay. And that is because you are kind of like in alignment with how you're meant to do in business, where business feels effortless. And then you're like, I need to do more. Like you are constantly shifting from one to another instead of being a little bit more systematic, but also following the energetics at the same time. Okay. So it is really about bridging the energetics with strategy, right? And when you have that clarity, that plan that the plan brings, that creates the momentum that you can compound on. Because what I believe, business that truly scale with ease are built on knowing exactly what is happening, when and why. Is really understanding the evidence behind it or the data. It's like comprehend it. And that's the reason I want to share this with you today. So let's go back in time, okay? So the moment it all changed for me. So when I first started this business, um, from today, so today is 11th of March when I'm recording this, 2025. I started this business in November 2020, so 4.5 years ago. So when I started this business, I've had a lot of business before. It was online business. It was the first time I started my own business. My business was highly personal. I felt very attached to it. It was like me. But what I decided very early on was, you know what? I'm going to build this business around my life. I'm going to have it easy. I'm going to keep it simple. So instead of following other people's strategies and what other people told me to follow the process, I was like, no, I'm going to do this completely what feels good for me, and I'm going to trust myself. So I made my business ridiculously simple. I had one offer. I kind of refined. I had one simple strategy. And, within the first year, I made six figures. Then I went to multiple six figures. And then everything changed is I got to my head, okay, I need to scale. And what got me here will not get me there. So in the first few years, I was quote unquote in alignment, and a quote unquote, I had a very simple plan and it worked. But then I was like, okay, I need more. I need to be more strategic. So I heavily relied on strategy, and things started feeling really heavy and hard. And then I kind of had, come to Jesus moment. I was like, no, this is not working for me. And this is where the moment all changed. So the real shift happened to me. I was like, okay, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to reset. I'm going to go back to basics. I'm going to go back to core. Simplicity is really important to me. What is important to you, Celia? What is your vision? What is your values? So I start asking myself different questions. So I was like, okay, I'm going to align this to what you want, your vision, to what you truly want in your business, what you want to achieve, the experiences you want, and we're going to tailor it completely again to you. Okay. So what I also started doing this time, which I hadn't done, I've done it like a gut feeling, but I was like, okay, I'm going to tailor my business now fully to my human design, my astrology, and my priestess codes. So instead of continue what I think I should do to scale my business, I was like, okay, let's go back to the basic. What is your vision? What is your desires? And there are two aspects I looked at. So the first one is like, what is the bigger purpose and impact of this business? Like, why did I come here to this planet? Why am I doing what I'm doing? How do I deeply want to impact others? And then I ask myself, what are my lifestyle desires? How do I want my life to feel? What do I want to experience in my life? Location independence, freedom, safety, space, peace. And I got really clear on this. Okay, so I'm originally Icelandic, and I'm a single mom at the moment, and I have always been more or less. My daughter's father has passed away. He was Australian. So my family is kind of spread around the globe. So my daughter, we have a family in Australia, UK, Iceland. And I want my daughter to get to know their family. We live now in Spain. So I really want the travel, the freedom, the spaciousness, and that become a non-negotiable for me. And as a single mom, now I'm in a partnership, but we're still living separately. Flexibility and ease is essential. Kids get sick, things happen, I need spacious agenda. Okay. So when I got really clear on the impact and what I needed, I gathered the evidence. I really got that created the vision. Okay. And I made it so tangible. How much money do I desire? More than enough, with complete ease. I don't want more money like I started to do. It was like do more heavily focused strategy. No, I don't need to go to million. I mean, I would love it, but not if it feels heavy and hard. But yeah, so I got specific how I want it and how I want to feel. What do I want to experience? Why do I want this? It's because I want safety. I want peace. I want freedom. Okay. I want my business to feel light like a feather, work with clients that I absolutely love. So I got really clear on this. And then because I looked into my human design, so I'm a 6-2 emotional generator. And simplicity is important to me, spaciousness, alignment. I'm very intuitive. My astrology, I'm a Sagittarius and Sun. I'm Pisces and Moon, Capricorn rising, if you know anything about it. So that means I need depth, I need freedom, I need sustainability long term. And then I looked into my Priestess Codes, which is 7, 8, and 22. And I noticed my true calling. Like, it was really interesting because I was looking into my impact, and it was so right to my Priestess Codes. So my true calling, my vision, my mission is deeply rooted in wisdom, leadership, and building long-lasting, meaningful legacy, helping people to build the business with ease and make a lot of money. And I was like, okay. So when I knew this, when I was armed with this clarity, I had my vision cleared, and then I could start plugging my GPS to my vision. So my business now became a GPS. So instead of moving from pressure and I need to do this to scale, I need to do this, I was like, no, this is the vision. And now I'm plugged there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start moving towards my vision. Okay. And everything, decisions started to become easy because I simply asked myself, is this moving me towards the vision? Does this make me feel safe, expensive, aligned? Does this align to my how I want to do business? And if the answer was no, I didn't do it. So it was either heck yes or heck no, right? So all the decisions that I'm making was really easy because I was so clear what I wanted. So no more confusion, no more chasing magic bullet, no more trying somebody else's strategy. These strategies that they tell us we have to do this and this. My business was completely tailored to me, what really was what I wanted, what I desired. So it became streamlined, intentional, and clear. And then from this, I looked and I audited my business, my offers, my core strategy, my buyer experience, and I started tweaking my offers, a strategy that felt so dang good. So before, it was really based on what I needed to do. And I removed every shit and every heaviness and everything that I didn't really love about it. And I gave myself full permission to do business my way again. So what I do best is high ticket, high touch offers. So I raised my one-to-one prices, or actually added one-to-one again. I went back into high. So when I first few years, I only did a high ticket mastermind. So I went back into high ticket mastermind, and then my group program, I extended, I made it high touch than it was. And then I crafted my buyer experience, client attraction, and I made it really intimate, very high touch, experience where people get to experience my teaching. We get touch points. So it's no more like pushiness or convincing, just like effortless. Like it's all about relationships. And I really went back to simple but very potent strategy. So clear and spacious client attraction or buyer experience. And my favorite kind of sales system, what I call, is like hosting masterclasses and what I call a courting. This is like a relationship-based selling. So I went really back into the basics and all of that. And it just felt good. Everything became simple. Everything became clear. It felt effortless. And suddenly I just started seeing, oh my gosh, my business now feels like a feather. Things are really working, how I want it. So my business started to support my life fully rather than consuming it. So what happened is I moved from pressure to pleasure. And most entrepreneurs, they move from pressure. I always chase in the next magic bullet, the next strategy, the next code, something to fix them, something to solve with, the next shiny object. Done there, been there, right? But here is the real secret. There is no external magic bullet. You are the bullet. So when you actually design your business according to you and you plug in the plan from vision, and particularly if you want to do the human design and the astrology and the priestess codes and your desires and what you want, you no longer resist your strategy because you found your path to least resistance and you become effortlessly magnetic. You make aligned decisions. You become the human who effortlessly creates 5 figures, multiple 5 figure months, freedom, ease, and you do that consistently. Okay, so this is my biggest realization. The only strategy that feels effortless and creates sustainable results is tailored to you. It is to have a tailored plan. And you have to look into what you want, how you want to do it. Not her plan, yours. It has to be specifically created to your energy, your strengths, and your true desires. Okay, so how this looks in practice, let me give you an example. How to start drafting this plan is I have something I call aligned business mapping, and I do this for clients in my high touch spaces. So I looked into my human design. I'm 6'2" emotional generator, like I said. So I need spaciousness. I have emotional waves, so I cannot make instant decisions. So I built my launches or my promotions or my offers around my energy. So I never force quick decisions. I prioritize clarity and ease. So one of the things I do inside all my offers, we have implementation weeks. I don't work with clients on Mondays and Fridays, so I have very spacious agenda. Okay. Astrology, I thrive in visionary leadership, but I also need structure and clear strategies. So my offers and my content reflect expensive ideas delivered in a very clear, grounded, practical steps. So I mix the energetics with the practical, right? And then my Priestess Code, Life Path 7, Destiny 8, Master number 22, my business is built on deep wisdom. Like I go deep, I experiment, spiritual alignment, strategic vision, and long-term things. So it's no more quick fixes. No more quick fixes, no more chasing, but only sustainable long term. So what I then did is I started reversing my whole year. I mapped in like my master classes, the promotions, when I'm having clients calls, when I'm doing holidays or rest periods, and all aligned to the vision and my energetic needs. I created themed weeks. So this is one of the things I teach clients, a clear intentional blocks for content creation, client delivery, buyer experience. So my weeks are spacious and structured, but they're also focused. And then I implemented a streamlined high-touch buyer experience. So clients can enter my world effortlessly, pre-sold, excited, and ready to work with me. And I also created the most exquisite customer experience. And now we have 80% of people re-enrolled. So when I really plugged everything into a plan, everything tailored around that vision, the results, everything fell into place. So consistent revenue months, most amazing clients, like pins me, I get to work with you, simplicity and ease. And it just feels really, really good. And this is exactly what we do inside the plan. So if you see this when we're doing this live, definitely register and show up live for this masterclass, or you can watch this later on replay. But this is an alignment. It's not the concept. It is actually a very strategic way of being in business and life. And when you master this, everything changes. Life becomes easier. Your business feels amazing. Your business actually becomes the vehicle for your freedom. Monies that flow into you in a very different way, consistently. You can rely on it effortlessly. And I'm going to guide you through all of this, okay, inside the plan. So make sure you sign up to join so I can take you step by step through this process, because now you kind of know the basic of it, but we go deep. Like I will guide you through the whole of it. And then you can really start implementing every single piece of it.